Okay, everybody. We've been getting a ton of questions from people, especially since we rolled out the Auto CPA Content Daily program, about the best way to kind of use PLR articles and to leverage them as quickly as possible and to the fullest extent. And one of the best ways that we found to do that is with article spinners. In the past, I was a huge fan of Human Rewriter, which was a manual service, but if you do a lot of rewriting, that becomes very costly. The quality of the articles is great, but for the amount of money that you paid them to rewrite, in some cases you could have gotten a new article written anyway. So, and then we started to use the Magic Article Rewriter, which we liked, and I still like to this day. But this new program came out about a month ago, the Best Spinner, and you know, as soon as they come out, I always pick them up and try them, and I just kind of check them out a little bit. And this thing, you know, excuse my language here, but this thing kicks some major ass. I'm gonna just run through here real quick. Gonna load up an article. Let's do this one. It's a relatively short one. Okay. I'm gonna take this part out, the title and the actual keyword part. Now, one of the great things about the program itself is that it has a constantly updating or a constantly updated thesaurus of words. So as other people go through their articles and make changes to them and add new words and new variations, they automatically go into a new thesaurus. So the way that I like to use this thing the best is, well, before that, you can come over here to this protected terms page and enter some words here that you don't want to be changed. You know, there's some other settings and options here, and I'll show you kind of how to navigate those and where you should look for more information on them. But what I really like to do is go here, replace everyone's favorites. You have three options here: good, better, and best, and then better, best, good. But basically, if you go to good, you're going to kind of get the kitchen sink thrown at you. They're going to throw all kinds of different variations in there. Better, quality is going to be a little bit better. You're not going to have quite as many variations. But for the purpose of this, I'm going to go with best. Just click replace. And what the program will do is automatically go in and merge all of the best replacements and synonyms for any words that are available in here. Okay, now it's gone through and kind of done its thing. I'm going to go over here, check out Spun Article, and just kind of read through one real quick. Okay, here's a situation: you might have lost your job or suffered some other financial hardship, and your mortgage payment has followed behind. Every night when you lay down, you can't sleep simply because you know that the bank is getting closer and closer to taking your house with each day that passes. Basically, you are dealing with a problem that's currently terrorizing families around the world. Sounds good? The question is, what are you heading to do about it? Okay, now I could just read through, and that word doesn't really make sense, so, you know, change that to going. But I can also go back here. Okay, the question is, what are you going to do? The heading part doesn't make sense, so if I hold down the control key and just click heading, it'll take that one out. So what are you going to do? What are you going to complete? What are you going to accomplish about it? Okay, to complete and to accomplish doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. The way I see it, you might have three options choices. Good there. Come up with enough sufficient cash to pay for the mortgage in full. Chances are good, great, excellent, very good. Beneficial doesn't really sound good here. That if you are, in case you are, if you're, should you be, for anyone who is having difficulty producing your monthly payment that isn't going, heading isn't a good word again, to happen. Seriously, if this even really, truly, actually, genuinely, definitely and option choice alternative. Everything's good there. So, you know, kind of run through there a couple times, and everything sounds good. So I can go over here, read it through again. Okay, here's a situation: you could have lost your job or suffered some other financial hardship, and your mortgage payment has fallen behind. Each and every night when you lay down, you can't sleep simply because you know the bank is getting closer and closer to taking your house with each day that passes. Basically, you will be dealing with an issue that is currently terrorizing families around the world. The question is, what are you going to do about it? The way I see it, you have three choices. Now, if I went through this article over here and just kind of read through it, and the words that didn't make sense, you know, just held down the control and then tapped on the word, it would take that out of there, and then I could go over here to the spun articles, and then I could just get new spins, new spins, new spins. Just keep clicking new spin, and it's going to continue to give me a new article based off of that original. You know, really no end to as many as you can go out. Now you could take these articles, these versions, and put them in things like Unique Article Wizard, Article Marketer, any type of article submission software that you have, you know, or anything like that. So this spinner here is probably the number one spinner that I would recommend at this time as far as ease of use, how quickly it works, and the features that it has. You have support forum here, so you can go and ask questions. The owner of the software is there. But what I find most helpful is the actual videos. You know, so you can kind of come in, start. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, 5, 6 different videos here. The keyboard shortcuts. I went through all the videos once, and by the time that I had you know, watched all the videos, I was completely good to go on it, and I really am just technically dumb. Anything that is complex in the least, I'm completely lost. You can see here you can export to several different spinner formats, so pretty much anything that you have that will take some type of spinner format, that format is supported here by the software. I think the software is roughly, I think it's like $77, I'm not sure. There are other alternatives that work similar to this, like Content Boss, but that's a monthly subscription, I think at like $39, and from what I've been able to tell, the quality of the output doesn't touch this. So this is, you know, the one-time fee per year, and you're good to go on it. It also has the token replacements, which was one of the big features of Human Rewriter that I really liked. But with this thing, seeing how it has the just being able to replace everybody else's favorites, that feature alone with this software pretty much sold me on it and convinced me to keep it. So if you're looking for a spinner and you're looking to kind of make some of the work that you have PLR wise more unique, this is definitely something that I would recommend to you. You know, obviously, if you're not going to spin any content, or if you don't have any PLR, or if you like to write all original content, you have no use whatsoever for this software. You know, so don't just go get it just to see what it's all about. But if you are like a lot of people who are buying PLR just to have the kind of research done for them and to have content at your fingertips and want a way to make it really unique, this is a great option. So you know, kind of throw our words back behind this software if you're looking for one. And you know, in the next video we'll kind of get into a couple of the different options that you can use to distribute your content, some submission softwares and some services. You know, it's kind of good and bads about all of them, and we'll kind of touch base on a couple of those. But as far as spinners go, this, to me anyway, this is kind of the cream of the crop.